stride. No sudden fire in the middle of the night. You came in quiet, a change in the air, like clouds rolling in when no one's aware. I was dry from waiting, tired of the sun. Didn't know I was thirsty till you came along. You didn't promise me forever or more. You just stayed when the weather turned cold. It was love that came as rain, soft at first, then settling in. Washed the dust from every pain, taught my heart how to feel again. No thunder calling out my name, just mercy falling all the same. Yeah, it was love that came as rain. We learned each other in ordinary ways, shared silence, shared storms, shared slow-moving days. Your hand found mine without needing a sign, like the world finally learned how to fall in line. But even rain can't choose where it stays. Some love moves on with the passing of days. I felt the clouds begin to change, blue skies hiding something strange. It was love that came as rain, never meant to leave a stain. Every drop felt warm and plain, but nothing beautiful remains. No goodbye written in flames, just wet streets whispering your name. Yeah, it was love that came as rain. Now I listen to the roof on lonely nights. Every sound feels like you passing by. If loving you was a season I had to lose, I'd still stand outside just to feel it move. Some hearts bloom only when it pours, even if the sun comes back once more. It was love that came as rain, and I let it fall again. Every joy, every ache, every chance I'd never change. If it left me a little change, left me softer than before, I'll still thank heaven for the love that came as rain. Felt things a little too deep, let words linger longer than they should keep. Every promise sounded heavy and true, every goodbye cut straight through. You warned me once with a half-smile sigh, said loving you wasn't always kind. I laughed it off like I always do. Didn't know how much I'd give to you. I've got a heart too soft to hold. It bruises easy, it breaks slow. I give it all before I know if it's safe to let it go. I don't know how to love halfway. I don't know how to walk away. Yeah, I've got a heart too soft to hold. You came and went like changing light. Some days warm, some days cold as night. I learned your silence, learned your tone, learned how to feel alone with someone close. I stayed when staying cost me more, still set the table for one extra door. I knew the risk, I knew the toll, still laid my love out whole. I've got a heart too soft to hold. It believes what it's been told. It hears forever and gets bold. Even when the truth gets cold. I don't love clean, I don't love safe, I don't forget, I don't replace. Yeah, I've got a heart too soft to hold. Maybe someday I'll learn restraint, learn how not to feel this way. But if loving hard's my only sin, I'll carry it till the end. Some hearts were never built for armor. They were made to feel the weather. I've got a heart too soft to hold, still beating strong though it's been broke. I don't regret the love I showed, or every tear it ever rolled. If it hurts, at least I know I loved you true, I loved you whole. Yeah, I've got a heart too soft to hold.
We were laughing in the driveway, summer almost gone. Radio low, your head on my arm. You said let's stay right here a minute more, like you already knew what time was for. I watched the light fade from your eyes, every perfect moment learning how to say goodbye. Tried to hold a second still, but time never listens to will. It always ends too fast, the good nights never last. One blink and it's the past, slipping through my hands. We swear this one will stay, same. Yeah, love always ends too fast. Morning came like it always does, quiet truth in an empty cup. You were dressing like you'd done before, but something felt heavier than the door. We talked about nothing, dodged the real. Some things you don't say if you want them to feel. I felt the distance growing wide, even standing by your side. It always ends too fast, no warning when it cracks. 1 second we're intact, next second looking back. We promise not to change, but forever slips away. Yeah, love always ends too fast. If I could slow the world down just tonight, I'd keep your shadow in this light. Maybe love's not meant to stay, maybe it's just meant to show the way. Some hearts learn more from letting go than they ever did from holding close. It always ends too fast, but I'd do it all again. Every smile, every crash, every almost then. If loving you was all I had, I'd still call that time well spent, even knowing it ends too fast. We were dancing around the truth in a quiet room, curtains breathing with the weight of the afternoon. Your eyes said stay, but your hand said go. I felt the distance growing, even standing close. Every word felt careful, every touch unsure, like a lover standing still at a half-open door. I felt the moment slipping through my hands, like time was making choices I didn't understand. It was love that fell without sound, no crash, no breaking ground, just a silence settling down. One heartbeat late, one breath too soon. The light went out in the room, a goodbye I never found. It was love that fell without sound. Now your shadow lives where the mornings start, in the space between the sink and my guarded heart. Your name still echoes in the radio light, every song feels closer on a lonely night. I replay the nights we said we'd always try. Funny how forever learns how to pass us by. If I'd asked you to stay that night, would the quiet have learned how to fight? It was love that fell without sound, no warning sign, no final round, just a tear that never hit the ground. One truth lost in what we fear, one step back, you disappear.
sound still hits me hard when no one's around. I feel you most when the world shuts down. I carry you in quieter ways, in empty nights and fading days, in every vow I never found. Yeah, it was love that fell without
is breathing slower now, the night's gone still. Your picture on the dresser says more than I will. I walk the halls we used to fill with sound. Every step a memory slowing me down. Nothing's broken, nothing's loud, just love learning how to move without a sound. I thought forgetting came with a fight, but it sneaks in softly night by night. These are memories in quiet motion, drifting like the tide in a silent ocean. No waves to warn me, no devotion, just time doing what it does. I carry you without the commotion, in every small unspoken moment. Yeah, these are memories in quiet motion. Your sweater still smells like yesterday. I should let it go, but I let it stay. The radio plays something we knew, and for a second I'm back with you. It's funny how the heart holds on long after the reason's gone. I don't chase you anymore, I just remember who we were. These are memories in quiet motion, falling slow like a passing ocean. No need for words, no grand emotion, just echoes learning how to rust. I carry you without the commotion, in the spaces we left untouched. Yeah, these are memories in quiet motion. If love had a sound, it'd be this slow, a steady hum you barely know. Not a cry, not a broken plea, just the weight of what still lives in me. Some endings don't need a sign, they just fade along with time. These are memories in quiet motion, still moving through me like a devotion. I don't fight them, I just let them go, and like leaves on a slow wide wind. I loved you deep without promotion, and I still do in softer portions. Yeah, these are memories in quiet motion. half light on your face, saying everything with silence, choosing words you wouldn't say. Your eyes were somewhere far from me, though your body stayed. I felt the truth between us bending, quietly giving way. I reached for you like habit, like I always had. But something in your touch felt thinner than before we cracked. I could feel it slipping, even as I tried. Some things fall apart without a fight. It was softly breaking in my hands, no sound, no shattered plans, just love turning into sand. I held on tighter than I should, like maybe if I stood, it wouldn't end the way it ran. But it was softly breaking in my hands. We talked about the weather, anything but us. Circled all the truth, like it might turn to dust. Your laugh came out of habit, not from something real. I memorized the moment, just in case it was the last one I'd feel. Every memory felt heavier than the day before, like goodbye was standing quietly at the door. I wanted you to stay somehow, but didn't know how to ask you now. It was softly breaking in my hands, no blame, no demands, just love losing where it stands. One more night pretending strong, knowing all along we were reaching for what we had. Yeah, it was softly breaking in my hands. Now I talk to the dark like it knows your name, tell it all the ways I could have stayed the same. If loving you meant learning how to lose, I'd still choose you. Every truth, every bruise. Some endings don't scream, they just fade, like warmth that slowly slips away. It was softly breaking in my hands, still falling through like sand. I feel it even when I'm standing still. I gave you everything I could, held it like I should, but love decides its will. Yeah, it was softly breaking in my hands. Smoke hung in the air, neon on the walls, like it knew I'd be there. I tuned my old guitar where your name still lives, every string remembering what my heart still gives. They asked for something hopeful, something easy tonight, but all I had was truth under the guitar light. I smiled for the strangers, hid what I could, but some wounds showed through the wood. There were tears beneath the guitar light, falling where nobody looks twice. I sang it strong, I played it right, but my hands were shaking inside. Every note was a goodbye I couldn't say, every chord just trying to stay. Yeah, there were tears beneath the guitar light. I saw your face in the glass behind the bar, like you were listening from somewhere far. Your favorite song still lives in my hands. Funny how love still understands. The crowd clapped loud, but I felt alone, like every word was turning into stone. I kept my voice steady, kept time just right, while my heart was losing the fight. There were tears beneath the guitar light, hidden in plain sight. I sang about love like it still stayed, while mine was slipping away. Every string cut a little deeper tonight. Yeah, there were tears beneath the guitar light. When the last note fades and the room goes quiet, that's when the truth gets loud in my head. If loving you was a song I had to play, I'd play it again, even knowing how it ends. Some hearts don't heal, they just learn the tune and carry it through every empty room. There are tears beneath the guitar light, even now, every night. I still sing like you're in the crowd somewhere, like you might still hear me there. If you ever wonder where my love went wrong, it's living on in every song. Yeah, there are tears beneath the guitar light. tight. Morning light breaking what was left of the night. Your eyes were tired, but your voice stayed calm, like you'd already learned how to move on. I memorized the way you said my name, like it might be the last time. It sounded the same. I felt the room grow colder as you turned away. Some goodbyes don't know how to stay. It was the last warm breath of you, fading in the quiet of the room. No tears, no dramatic truth, just love running out of a room. I stood there holding what we knew as the air went cold too soon. Yeah, it was the last warm breath of you. Your coffee cool beside the sink, like every future I didn't think. You touched my hand then let it go, like even that was something we couldn't hold. We talked about the weather, anything but pain. Some hearts leave early just to spare the flame. I wanted to say something brave, but silence said it all that day. It was the last warm breath of you, still hanging when the door shut slow. Every word we never used still echoes soft and low. I watched the life we almost knew disappear into the blue. Yeah, it was the last warm breath of you. Now the nights feel longer than they used to be. I reach for you out of memory. If loving you was my final sin, I commit it again just to feel you then. Some endings don't come crashing through, they arrive with one last breath of you. It was the last warm breath of you, and I still feel it now and then, in quiet rooms and empty truths, in the shape you left behind me. I don't blame love for letting loose, or time for seeing us through. I just live with the last warm breath of you. You came home later than you said you would. Keys in your hand, I somewhere else for good. You kissed my cheek like it was just routine, like love was something you no longer mean. I asked about your day, you answered fast. Every word felt borrowed from the past. I felt it then, though I tried not to see. Something missing where we used to be. It was the night you forgot us, like we never learned how to stay. No fight, standing right there beside you, still believing in trust. Yeah, it was the night you forgot us. We sat in silence with the TV on, two people pretending nothing was wrong. Your laugh didn't reach your eyes that night, your heart already gone from the fight. I talked about plans we used to make. You nodded like it was a harmless mistake. I watched you drift a mile away without a word you couldn't say. It was the night you forgot us. No goodbye, no tears to hide. You left me holding on to maybe while you already said goodbye inside. I asked if everything was alright. You said, yeah, it's just us. But it was the night you forgot us. Now I replay that evening slow, every look, every moment I should have known. If love can fade without a sound, it happens right where it was found. Some endings don't come with scars, they just leave you alone with who you are. It was the night you forgot us, and I still feel it sometimes now, in quiet rooms and unanswered thoughts in the space between then and now. I don't blame you for needing more, or for losing what you once loved, but I'll always remember the night you forgot us. Talked about the cracks in the wall, just painted them over, pretended they'd fall. You smiled through the quiet, I held my breath. We learned how to love with half of ourselves. Every laugh had a shadow, every kiss knew there was something between us we both felt too soon. I thought if I held you close enough, the weight wouldn't feel so like a secret we both carry there. No blame in your eyes, no fight in the air, just hearts growing tired of the care we love, but a love wasn't spared. From the sadness we shared, we sat on the couch with the TV on low, two people together, afraid to let go. You traced little circles on the back of my hand, like you were trying to remember who I am. Every promise felt fragile, every plan unsure, like we were bracing for something we couldn't ignore. I saw it in the way you stared, already somewhere else, but still right there. It was a sadness we shared, in the pauses, the way we cared. No screaming goodbye, no words unfair, just silence learning where to stand. We stayed longer than we dared, with the sadness we shared. Now I know some loves don't break, they bend, holding on until there's nothing left. If hurting together was all we knew, at least it meant I was close to you. Some hearts don't fall apart at once, they slowly drift, then call it done. Yeah, it was a sadness we shared, and I still feel it hanging there, in quiet rooms and empty chairs, and songs that say what we never dared. I don't regret the love we spent, or every moment we repaired. I just remember the sadness we shared.
You used to say my name like it meant something more, like it was safe to land on, like an open door. Every time you whispered it, I felt seen, like I was part of something bigger than me. Then one night you said, hey, instead of love, and I knew right then what we were becoming. I tried to tell myself it didn't mean a thing, but some truths arrive quietly. It was when you stopped saying my name, like I was just passing through your days. No anger, no blame, just distance, learning how to stay. I was still standing right there the same, but it wasn't us anymore. It was when you stopped saying my name.
coffee, half a smile, eyes on your phone. I felt more alone with you than I did on my own. We talked about weather, about time, about work, everything except the way love was starting to hurt. You said my name once, then caught yourself like it belonged to someone else. I watched the space grow where we used to be, a quiet kind of leaving. It was when you stopped saying my name, like it didn't fit your mouth the same. No goodbye, no scene, just love fading out of frame. I reached for you, but you'd already changed, standing halfway out the door. It was when you stopped saying my name. Now I hear it everywhere, but it sounds brand new, coming from strangers who never knew you. If love is measured in the words we lose, then that was the moment I lost you. Some hearts don't shatter, they just go quiet, learning how to live without the sound of it. Yeah, it was when you stopped saying my name, and I finally understood the pain. You didn't leave, but you weren't the same, and staying hurt just as much. I remember the night it all changed, even if you don't anymore. It was when you stopped saying my name.
You came into my life like a change in the air, not a wildfire moment, just quietly there. You didn't shake the ground or tear down my walls. You moved like a whisper through long empty halls. Your touch was a promise you never had to say. Every look you gave me pulled my doubts away. I didn't see it coming, didn't brace for the truth. Love doesn't always arrive like it has something to prove. You were my gentle storm, my slow burning rain, never loud enough to scare me, just strong enough to stay. You didn't break my world, you changed its form. Yeah, you were my gentle storm, soft thunder in the dark, keeping me warm. You were my gentle storm. Build out forever out of ordinary days. Coffee on the counter, your smile halfway awake. Every scar I carry, you learned how to hold, like my worst memory never scared your soul. But
But even calm skies know how to drift apart. Sometimes love moves quietly out of the heart. I felt the weather turning in your eyes, a goodbye hiding behind blue skies. You were my gentle storm, my shelter in rain. Now every clear morning still whispers your name. You didn't break my world, you changed its form. Yeah, you were my gentle storm, soft thunder in the dark, keeping me warm. You were my gentle storm. Now the nights fall heavy when the house goes still. I listen for your footsteps, knowing they never will. If loving you was something I should outrun, I'd stand in that rain till the damage is done. Some storms don't fade, they just move on, leaving the sky a little too calm. You were my gentle storm, and I still feel the rain in quiet moments calling out your name. You didn't break my world, you changed its form. Yeah, you were my gentle storm. If heaven ever asks what love looks like before it's gone, I'll say you were my gentle storm.